What is volleyball? In 1895, William Morgan created the game of volleyball, which at the time called mintonette. He borrowed the net from the tennis and raised it 6 feet 6 inches above the floor, just above the average man's head. The history of volleyball. On July 7, 1896, the first game of volleyball was played at Springfield College. In 90s, a special ball was designed for the sport. In 1907, volleyball was presented at the Playground of America conventions as one of the most popular sports. In 1916, in the Philippines, an offensive style of passing the ball in a high trajectory to be struck by another player were introduced. The Filipinos developed the bomba or kill and called it the hitter a bomberino. In 1917, the game was changed to 21 to 25 points. In 1947, the Fédération Internationale de Volleyball or FIVB was founded in Paris. In 1948, the first two-man beach tournament was held. In 1949, the first World Championships were held in Prague, Czechoslovakia. In 1960, new techniques are added to the game like soft spike, forearm pass, blocking across the net, and defensive diving and rolling. In 1969, the Executive Committee of the NCAA proposed addition of volleyball to its program. In 1990, the World League was created. In 1995, sport of volleyball was 100 years old. The basic information about volleyball. Volleyball is played by two teams of 6 players on a court, divided by a net. The object of the game is to send the ball over the net so that the opposing team cannot return the ball or prevent it from hitting the ground in their court. Each team has 3 hits to attempt to return the ball. The ball is put in play by a serve that is hit by the server over the net to the opponent. A game is played to 21 points or some other upon numbers.
Volleyball facilities. Volleyball can be played indoor and outdoor, but preferably outdoor. On a rectangular court, it should be measured 18 meters length and 9 meters width. It is divided with a net and a front zone with 3 meters width. The height of the net is 2.4 meters on men and 2.2 meters on women. There are also 2 rods attached to the net. It is measured 80 centimeters above the net. To play, two teams have 6 players will rally the ball to each other. The ball can touch the net during its passage. The player play 3 sets against each other, up to 25 points. On 5th set, it's only 15 points. A team scores a point in 2 instances. First, when the ball hits the ground of the opponents, and when the team unable to return the ball or commit a foul. In this part, it will show you how to start the rally by serving the ball. And how to score in each team.
Volleyball equipments. Volleyball. Volleyball is a fast-paced team sport with two very distinct identities. Indoor and beach volleyball are both played on a court. The primary objective in the both indoor and beach volleyball is to prevent the ball from bouncing in your team's half of the court while trying to make it land in the other. Ball. The standard volleyball is made of leather or synthetic leather, weighs between 9 and 10 ounces and has a circumference of 25.6 to 26.4 inches. The ball has a rubber bladder and can be one color or a combination of colors. Synthetic leather is lighter and is fine for beginner players. Junior volleyballs for children 12 years old and younger, weighing between 7 and 8 ounces. Net and court. The outdoor volleyball court measures 18 by 9 meters, surrounded by a free zone that is 2 meters wide on all sides. The volleyball net is 32 feet long by 3 feet wide. For women, the net should be 7 feet 4 and 1/8 inches high. For men, the net should be 7 feet 11 and 5/8 inches high. Line. The playing court is marked by 2 side lines and 2 end lines. All lines must be 2 inches wide and must be created with a light color that is easy to discern from the playing court. An attack line should be placed 3 meters from the center line. The center line divides the court into 2 9 by 9 meter courts. Post and cables. The volleyball net structure is held together with metal cables and posts. Posts are placed 0.5 to 1 meter outside the sidelines and 2.55 meters high. Posts should be round, smooth, and padded to prevent injury to the players should they dive or crash into them. Metal wires and cables may need to be covered if it is determined that they present a danger to the players. Antenna and sidelines. Antenna are flexible rods that are 1.8 meters long made of fiberglass, fastened at the outer edge of each sideband. Sidebands are two white bands attached vertically to the net and placed above each sideline. Knee pads. Knee pads should be sturdy enough to protect your knees from falls, slides, and dives, but flexible enough to allow you to bend comfortably. Your volleyball knee pads must be made of fabric that breathes and manage moisture. Good quality pads have a gel or foam shock absorbing material that will cover and protect your patella. Popular volleyball knee pad brands include Asics, Mizuno, Adidas, Nike, and Mikasa. Shoes. Arch and ankle support is key when choosing a volleyball shoe. Mizuno, Asics, and Nike are just a few of the popular brands of volleyball shoes, which are lightweight. Allowing you to be faster on your feet as well as bearing good shock absorption on your toes. Volleyball shoes also provide for better lateral movement than typical running or cross-training shoes. Clothing. All clothing should be lightweight to allow maximum flexibility and breathability, as well as made of a material that absorbs sweat and keeps skin dry. Spandex shorts are a good option, as they are flexible, light, and absorb odor. Socks, while not required, absorb sweat and prevent blisters. Glasses must be worn with a strap to keep them secure.
Basic skills in volleyball.
Bumping, a method used for passing the ball by bouncing it simultaneously off both forearms, used when the ball falls at player waist or lower. Netting is the second step of passing, and it can be done to either dump the ball over into undefended spot or to set the ball into position that allows the hitter to spike it over. Spiking, offensive hit which sends the ball forcefully downward into the opponent's court, used when the ball is above the net.
Underhand serve is a type of serve in which the player holds the ball in one hand, swings the other in an arc motion below the waist, and strikes the ball from the bottom with a piece to put it in play. Underhand serve in volleyball is a serve in which the player tosses the ball with one hand and strikes it in the air above their head with the other hand. Close tip is a soft, slow play used to go over blocks and to deceive the opponent's defense. Open tip. With your open hand, use your finger pads to hit in the middle or underside of the volleyball. Blocking. To block in volleyball, stand with your feet shoulder wide apart, with your hips square to the net and your knees slightly bent.
And next is how to play volleyball. So volleyball is played with the receiver of the ball going to the setter and given to the spiker to the opponent. To score 25 per set and the set needed to win in 3 sets. When the two teams tie, there will be another set where the score is only up to 15 points. So next is where is the position of the players. When the game starts, the 6 players will go to their position. So position 1 is the right back, position 2 is the right front, position 3 center front, position 4 left front, position 5 back left, and position 6 is back center. Position 1 is the server who will serve the ball to the opponent or server, especially if called. Position 2 is the setter where sets the ball to be given to her spikers. Position 3 is the middle blocker where blocks the ball so that the ball cannot enter into the opponent's court. Position 4 is the outside hitter. He or she spike the ball and give the points to the team. Position 5 is another outside hitter who gives the points to the team. And last is the position 6 is the libero who receives the opponent's hit. When the team scores, they rotate and the position also changes. The example is libero will appear to be replaced by another player. Terminology. First is skill is awarded to a player anytime an attack is unreturnable by the opposition and is a direct cause of the opponent not returning ball or anytime that leads directly to a blocking error by the opposition. Setter dump is an attack in which the setter becomes an offensive threat to score points and cause a distraction to the opponent's block and the floor defenders. Straight hit. An example of down the line means hitting the ball correctly. Ace. A serve which lands in the opponent's court without being touched or is touched, but unable to be kept in play by one or more receiving team players. Next is, what are the serve that instant earn a points? First is quick attack. Is where the setter releases the ball quickly and usually with more power, so the hitter attacks the ball at a much faster rate. The aim of this attack is to catch the opposition off guard and not allow the blockers enough time to set up an effective block. Tempo. A first tempo, second tempo, third tempo, and minus tempo. Third tempo sets are times when the setter is out of position or has a bad pass, and the blockers will have an easy time determining who is going to be set. Second tempo set is a set at a fast enough pace the blocker jumping on a first tempo attacker cannot also jump on the subsequent. First tempo set, also called a quick, is the first set that could be hit starting from the time of the set. So these are the tempo in volleyball. The third tempo, second tempo, first tempo, and zero tempo. And the last is, what are the violations in volleyball? So first is stepping over the net line. Stepping over the net line when you cross the net or you get caught. And stepping over the baseline when you cross the line when you serve.